starting now. Right, welcome back to the program, and it is time for our afternoon business chart. And today I'll be telling you why you need to invest in Somalia. My guest today is Hassan Noor, the CEO of Hanved, an organization that has put together a trade exhibition that tells you why Somalia could just be the next investment destination. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Mr. Noor, we're coming from a period of decades of civil war and unrest. Why should people start looking at Somalia?
The opportunities in Somalia are quite great, and when linked with the region,
right.
It becomes even greater.
Right.
A lot of opportunities are actually ready for interventions.
Right.
Be infrastructure, be social services, and many of those opportunities are actually really available to be reconstructed or restarted from the beginning.
Right.
For example, if it comes to like water infrastructure, if it comes to energy, electricity, if it comes to agricultural factories or processing and all of that. And then don't also forget that Somalia is looking more to be part of the wider regional perspective. It's not just about the 10 million people in Somalia, but rather the 200 million people in this part of our region.
Right.
That's close to 250 million people living in this part of Africa.
Yes.
So the trade connection to Somalia actually is bigger than actually being looked at the moment.
All right. Noor, also, due to the period of war and unrest that was in Somalia, we don't seem to have a kind of an investment catalog. So even people who would be coming to your conference do not know exactly what is in Somalia. Very quickly, what are the areas of investment in Somalia?
To be frank with you, the investment opportunities in Somalia are quite many.
Right.
And sometimes you could say actually they would start from dairy processing. We don't have even dairy, proper milk. We have a lot of livestock in Somalia, but we don't have the dairy factories. Many of our children are fed on
everything is imported.
Everything imported, but also border milk.
Right.
So dairies, factories, but also infrastructure. Looking at telecommunication, banking and investments.
Right.
That will also be quite huge. Remember, quite a number of international organizations are now moving back to the country, and many of them will require and will need banking facilitations, and there are quite a number of successful regional banks in the region. So that actually is quite a number. And during this conference, there will be a number of opportunities that will be showcased, but also there will be information or some bit of details. We're also looking to some kind of interactions between policymakers and potential investors to have one-to-one discussions. We're also looking to discussions and potentialities for partnerships between Somali business people and entities and the regional business players and international business players.
Right. Because of how positive news that this is, I'll give you a chance to make a free ad. Who is coming for the conference? When is it? And what are the expected outcomes from this conference?
We are expecting a good number of international, regional and national companies, private entities. We expect policymakers, especially from the government, the policymakers from Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Natural Resources, a good number of them. We also expecting development partners such as United Nations Development Programme, FAO, which actually helps a lot in three main sectors, fishery,
so
livestock,
every important person will be there.
Every important person actually will be there.
Final question for someone who would want to come and is wondering, is there security for that particular conference? Will it be safe?
You're asking a question which actually everybody can answer actually. This conference is taking place at Kenyatta International Conference.
Yes, in Kenya.
And for sure, yes, there will be, and they couldn't be.
Because the assumption is that it will be in Somalia. It will be the conference is in Kenya,
it will be in Nairobi.
focusing in Somalia.
We will have in the subsequent stages. We will have conferences being staged in Somalia, and obviously that will be the right time. But for now, it's going to be here, and for sure, I wouldn't know any better place safer to have than Nairobi now.
So many thanks, Hassan Noor, and I wish you all the best as you put together this conference.
And
it is indeed positive news as Somalia opens up for business in Africa. So that is a conference that you may want to attend. And on that very positive note is how we end business this afternoon. Over to Edith for sports.